cheese.
Ooh, baby, I'm dressed like cheese today.
That's right. We've got a wild and sexy one for you.
Yeah, we talk all about OnlyFans.
We talk about kinks and blinks.
We talk about what it takes to be in.
And why someone might roll you.
Yeah, we really learned the definition of roll. Also, if you're in New York City, tonight is Fat Slut and the Twink pageant. So if you want to get a ticket still last minute and get $10 off, use code MEATY, M-E-A-T-Y.
So get ready for our episode with Joel Someone.
Yeah. What?
What are you, Swiss? Why is it an orange Swiss?
You know, I didn't even think about that. Cheddar doesn't have holes.
Cut the camera dead ass.
It's just those are rat holes.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy second. Oh, diva. Ow. Ooh.
it's all that cheese. Hold on.
Wait, hold on for what?
The cheese.
I am the cheese.
Crankiana.
I'm going to be cranked. I have to leave for the airport
Why
at
don't you?
3:30 in the morning. Our number is 213-536.
You know it.
91 80. Our email is sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. Now on with the show. How you stop used to be a little not so dirty little sorry, no sloppy seconds with Big Dipper Meatball and Meatball, that's Big Dipper.
Hello, R.
I am gonna buy those little Ariana and Cynthia Erivo Barbie dolls that are Wicked themed.
Okay. So
they
you're
sing the
giving Disney adult, but just for the film Wicked.
Well, yeah,
And
I'm going
musical and book.
to get this. I'm going to bring them to the movie with me. And they each get a seat on either side.
I
of me.
see why you had a boyfriend for so long.
Because I'm a psychopath?
No, because when you don't, you have to do certain behaviors to make it's like a soothing behavior.
Oh.
You do actions like sucking your thumb, but in an adult way, like big sushi dinner for one. And like dolls at the theater.
You have a lot of Marie Osmond.
Hold on. Second. Marie Osmond, how old are
Does
you?
she have a doll collection?
All right. Today's guest, I'm excited. I didn't mean to analyze you so intensely.
No, don't worry. My therapist will be hearing about this.
Because it unlocked something. It cracked a little bit of a code.
No, it didn't. Our guest, he's that guy. What's his name? Jason someplace? George something? Oh, wait. No, it's
Joel Someone!
Ow, bow, 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 bow.
Hello.
How was that for you to watch Mommy and Daddy fighting?
It was really, really traumatic. And I also felt really like at peace with it too.
Well, you did get
to
to
have a hard childhood.
Let's get to it.
Right? What are you telling me? Is the face tattoo of childhood trauma?
Whoa.
No,
but is it?
Totally.
How do you? I feel like there's got to be some well-adjusted adults that just do for fun, right?
Oh,
Or no?
I'm one of them. I
assume
I
you are.
absolutely love doing.
Yeah, I feel like most of the folks that we've had on the show have been well adjusted. You're making a drag queen face for all of our listeners out there. You're
I'm not
making
in
drag
makeup.
queen face.
Sorry, not to go deep into trauma like into my introduction, but right, just starting. It's Joel Someone. Oh wait,
someone trauma dump.
I love that. Trauma dump in a see-through shirt.
Right?
Yeah, I love that shirt.
Thank
You guys are both wearing holes in your shirt.
Yeah, I'm cheese.
Trend alert.
And I'm just holy.
I wish there was a hole right where the nipple was.
Right there. Well, you could make it. Like you could like that, but you have to present it to people. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
have
gotta
to
be like,
put
check
it
out
up.
this peppy nipple. Okay.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing great. I had the best time with you guys in Provincetown.
Not to make this about P-Town, but how was your time there?
You know, it's
We've
actually
been talking about P-Town a lot.
And people
on
are
the
getting
pod.
really annoyed with it.
Oh.
But also,
But tell us.
Tell us about P-Town. I know it's like rehashing stories. That's where me and King Dwarf met. So we
Mhm.
celebrated our 2-year anniversary together.
Oh,
and
that's sweet.
it was really
With
really
matching
sweet.
parasols, walking
matching
up and down the street.
parasols and jumpsuits. We really were being very extra.
But shout out to sun protection, you know?
Yeah.
Because it was
It was hot.
Look at this tan. I still am pretty tan.
Yeah.
I got dark.
Yeah, it's like-
especially that walk that we did.
You mean emotionally?
I'm not well. The walk that we did from what was that
The
place
P-Town
called?
Inn.
P-Town Inn, all the way back to.
Wait, you never answered this. Why didn't you get those scannable
There was no
bikes?
service over there, so in order to
Ah.
download the apps, it was taking so long, and we were both like, "Let's
Being really
just-"
quippy with each other too.
Yeah,
like
we-
we were
well,
being like
'cause-
da 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 da
Yeah,
da
we were-
da 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 da.
We were having a good time, but it just took so long, and you were like, "Let's just walk," and I was like, "All right, sure."
I always choose
It's not
walking.
that long of a walk, but
No, it was about 15-20 minutes.
the bike is nice.
Well, I moved here from New York. I'm always down for a walk.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm like, sometimes the walk is better.
What part of New York did you live in?
Hell's Kitchen.
oh.
I know.
Wait,
I'm
what's the cross streets?
48th and 9th, just above Mom's.
Oh, right in the
Whoa.
heart of it.
Oh yeah, I was terrible.
What does that mean?
That's well, when you live in New York, there's certain things that are just constantly said to you when you live in New York. And when you say you live in Hell's Kitchen, you're like, "Oh, the Toy Boys used to live in Chelsea," is usually the response.
The Toy Boys?
I lived in Hell's Kitchen for 1 year. It was lovely. I had a wonderful time. I think it's better than Chelsea.
I like the transportation of Hell's Kitchen, but I like the scenery of Chelsea.
Well, yeah, it looks better. I mean, all I could see from my apartment was the Javits Center.
Yes, yes.
What about the High Line?
That's further down.
Yeah, it's like in Chelsea, but over on 10th.
All I could see from my apartment was bricks.
My apartment in the East Village had that. I would open my bedroom window and it would just
Just
be a
bricks.
brick wall.
Bricks. Wall, that's all.
Classic New York.
Yeah, just New York.
Wait, but so New York, but you're from New Mexico, right?
Yes, I am from New Mexico originally.
Love that stuff. My family lives in New Mexico. now.
Really?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
You know, in the state.
Fair. That's
What
fair.
made you-
What cross streets do they live on?
Yeah. I used to live down the street. Wait, what made you move from New Mexico to New York? And when did you make that move?
I did it in 2016 because it was always a dream of mine. Like I wanted so badly to I don't know, become a performer and just kind of start a life doing that. I in New Mexico, it was just there wasn't as much of a path for me there, and I wanted to live amongst other people who were, shamelessly ambitious.
And a performer in what way? You always wanted to do. You wanted to be a star, an actor.
Kind of all of the above.
Now, can you sing?
I can hold a note.
Would you? You should have your own little cabaret in P-Town.
Ooh, I would sell it on the street.
Well, you kind of have to.
You gotta have.
Because you kind of have to. I love a patter song. So I
Yeah.
I was doing that in the car. I was listening to Flagpole Sitter, and what was the other one? You know that one?
Nah.
Paranoid and paranoid that everybody's coming to get me.
Oh yes, I know that one.
I love
It's
that.
a classic. You don't know that one?
By who?
Dangerfield, Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield.
The comedian?
The singer.
Wait,
No,
what
it's really
is
not.
going on?
No, it's like a punk band. Margot, can you get on that? Who sings Flagpole Sitter?
I know I got part of it.
That's the
correct.
name of the song?
Harvey Dangerfield. The song is Flagpole Sitter.
Is that a gay thing?
No,
It was if you heard the song, you would know it.
Harvey Danger.
Harvey Danger.
But if you were to sit atop a flagpole,
it would
you'd
go right
only
up your butt.
slide down what? 10, 15, 20 inches?
it's a song about mental paranoia. So and here we returned.
And now we're back to trauma.
Come through trauma.
Come through trauma. Okay, before we close the door on P-Town, I'm curious of your top 5 recommendations.
Ooh, okay. Liz's for breakfast. First of all,
Did
there
you
was a
go out
lot
there?
of there's a lot of places.
A long wait.
It can be,
Yeah, when it's popular.
but it's worth it.
The food's great.
It's really
I didn't
good.
go there.
You
I
don't
just went
even
to
know
Pop
where that
and
is.
Dutch
Okay.
for breakfast every morning.
That's one of my big tips. See shows like it. You know what? And I
Go
tell
hear a patter song. I've never heard of, well, the part of the reason I was so quiet, I've never heard a punk song referred to, and is this even classified as punk, as a patter song? I always think of patter song as like musical theater.
her
Like,
name is Madeline. She's John Jacob Astor's second wife. She's only 19 years old now. She's married to a prominent man worth over 150 million. Like that.
yes, like
Yeah.
that.
You got a lot of space in that brain to hold a lot of words.
What's that from?
It's from Titanic.
There's a Titanic musical?
And it came around the time the movie Titanic came out too.
But not based on the movie. Just a oh,
Ooh.
just a separate thing altogether?
I'm getting traumatized by you slamming on the table now.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
New Mexico trauma.
Did you see a bunch of shows when you were there last?
When I lived there, when I was out there last, I always see. I love seeing shows. I'm dying to see O'Mary. I'm dying to see it.
Oh,
my
I meant in P-Town.
P-Town.
But
Oh,
also, I saw O'Mary and I'm trying to go see it on Broadway, but the tickets are insane. It was like $800.
It's looks so good. Is it good?
It's literally the best show I've ever seen in my life. It's so good. It takes you. It's like one of those shows where every other line is just a joke.
Oh,
And you're just laughing the whole time, and I was like scream laughing.
yeah.
It's so good.
And it's
You
one
do
of those,
that kind of laugh that everybody's got to be on board.
and every random celebrity.
There was a moment during the show I just went ah! Or I was like, my friend was like, you gotta
Panic
You gotta-
Seagull laugh.
gotta-
I
you
love
gotta
the
laugh.
Panic
Panic
Seagull.
Seagull.
Like,
that's what it
that's-
is.
that's
Gotta
what it
laugh for
is.
yourself. Okay, so P-Town.
Back to P-Town.
Wow, we are
I
really.
tried. I was trying to get out of it.
We have an outline, but we're just really not doing it.
Liz's sea shows
Sea shows.
by the seashore.
I want
You know what I
to.
mean?
What's and then go to the boat slip.
Okay.
The
Oh,
boat.
the
slip.
tea
The tea dance. The tea dances are the best. To me.
Yeah.
I love the tea dances.
didn't get to do that when I was there.
Also, I
You
would.
never went.
I didn't have any time.
That's true. You were getting in a drag every time it was tea dance time.
Yes.
Tea dances, and then I would say go during Bear Week. I would
Okay.
say Bear
Mhm.
Week is probably the best time to go out to Provincetown because it is the coolest crowd.
Yes.
Like I would say after going to a couple of other types of events, like the carnival's cool, but it's kind of like when you go to Pride and people are really extra and they just take it
Mm.
way too far,
I
and you're
wouldn't
like,
want it for
Fan
carnival.
clacks.
yeah, and just like
Could not be me.
And then what's your fifth?
Dick doc.
I
No, I'm just kidding.
I went to the TikTok for the first time. I didn't realize it's all sand. I don't know why in my mind I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
think there was going to be so much.
I got back to my room and I was like wiping it off my knees.
And it also
everywhere.
hurts your knees when you're down on the sand for
for
so
too long. Yeah.
I can't in the sand. I can't in showers or the sand.
Showers is hard.
Showers is definitely hard, but
It's
I
just-
always make it work.
I can't get out of my head. I'm like in my head the whole time. I'm
I
like,
thought you were gonna slip.
And you have to wait. You have to make sure you time the tide correctly.
yes. I love the ferry. Taking the ferry is the other thing.
Ah, the ferry.
Oh yes. The ferry. I almost threw up on it so many times.
My boyfriend took one of those little Cessnas that were there one
The
time
plane.
and spent like
Yeah.
a fortune on it.
I've heard that that's always weird because they don't tell you what time it's like. They give you a general time, but they're like, whenever it gets here, it gets here.
Well, they might have to dodge a flock of birds or something.
Like a seagulls.
Ha.
Okay, let's take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into the hard stuff,
The hard hitting
the
question.
nitty gritty.
I can't promise I won't cry.
Uh-oh. Neither can I.
Good.
We all know home cooked meals are so much better for you, but you don't always have time to pull it off. But with HelloFresh handling all the meal planning, shopping, and most of the prep, it's easier than ever to get dinner on the table quick and painless. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
I love when we get to do ads for HelloFresh because we always get to use the product, and HelloFresh is great. It literally takes your mind, like all the work that you would have to do to cook meals, it does for you, and then you can just like chill and follow an instruction card.
And what I love is that there's like not a lot of waste. It gives you exactly how much
Right.
you need. Whereas when you go to the grocery store, you're always buying so much more extra stuff. And then it's like, what am I supposed to do with this giant thing of sour cream for like a month?
Right. Or like, oh, I had to get a little bit of coriander
Coriander.
and I got like a whole bushel, and now it's like going bad in my fridge, and I only use it for one recipe.
Yeah.
So no more endless recipe searching or spending money on a whole jar of spices like we talked about. With HelloFresh, everything you need to make delicious meals comes right to your door, pre-portioned, fresh, in a box, and they have step-by-step recipe cards which make the cooking simple.
It makes it so easy. The other night made these.
Was it the one-pan pineapple salsa pork tacos?
Yes, I made those and they
I'm-
were so good.
Looking at the recipe card right now.
And it's easy. It's one pan. You're not like cooking all over the kitchen. And
I cook all over my kitchen.
I'm not pots and panning all over. But what I love is that like I also didn't realize that like, oh yeah, like pineapples and tacos is actually kind of good. Like my mouth is watering just thinking about how good
I'm gonna make this tonight. And this is written here for us, to think about, but they say there's always new flavors to explore with the ever-changing menu of 50 recipes for each week. You just pick the meals and the delivery date, and it's that simple. I love their recipes because I feel like they're always giving you sauces and spices. And like, it's not just like, girl, when I grew up, the food was bland. It was like, if it's taco night, it's the meat, the cheese, the lettuce, tomato. You're done.
Yeah, done.
One pan pineapple salsa pork tacos?
Ooh, yeah. And what I think is so amazing is that you get to make your own little salsa on the side. And they give you, my mouth is watering thinking about eating it. I want it again. I want another one.
And, listen, we still have some days of summer left, but there are busier days on the horizon coming up. Things might get picked back up with work and that kind of thing. And you don't want to be stuck doing like the endless ordering in or just like making bad meal choices. So now is the perfect time to save time and money when it comes to your dinner routine.
And for free breakfast for life, go to HelloFresh.com/free sloppy.
That's one breakfast item per box while your subscription is active?
That's free breakfast for life. Just go to HelloFresh.com/free sloppy. And I will tell you, the little breakfast egg bites are so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have an oatmeal right now.
The breakfast is lit.
The breakfast is lit.
Goodbye.
And we're back. Thoughts?
I mean, move to Hell's Kitchen and audition for some plays.
Remember when I did do auditions? Yeah.
I would love to have seen.
It
Do you have
was
tapes?
I have some self-tape auditions, but nothing theater. Everything I did theater was like in-person audition.
Yeah, live in the room.
Yeah, you had to sing in the room. And baby, if your voice wasn't ready, it just wasn't ready. And you would embarrass yourself in a room full of people.
When you moved to New York to be a performer, like, what were you just like auditioning for stuff?
Did
Were
you
you
go to
trying to do
school?
a variety act? Were you learning to juggle?
Did you take
Or
some
you
improv
just like
classes?
set up that iPhone 4 and filmed yourself wanking it?
Oh,
Whoa.
I went out. Okay, so full
Well, he makes
disclosure, I went out there as a,
okay.
and it was really just to get out of New Mexico, honestly.
Mhm.
Like,
And were you doing that work in New Mexico first? Is that where you
Yes.
tip your toe?
yes, I did, and
Those-
and I remember I was the first person. I was one of 2 rent men profiles in the entire state of New Mexico, and it was such a humbling experience because then you go like I went from just being like regular old John, da 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 da, and then all of a sudden you have like a profile where you're like, do stuff for money, and it's like everyone knows about it.
Oh yeah.
They all look.
immediately share it.
You know what I mean?
It's all
Oh,
their
interesting,
friends.
because
That's
they've
so
all
shitty.
looked,
Yeah.
and then you're not like one of 400 people. You're just like,
One
there's
of
2
two.
of you.
Yes, and the other girl was that girl. Like it was the one that I probably talked about beforehand. I'm like, she's dirty.
Oh wow.
She's a dirty girl. You know what I mean? So it's like, trust me, you live so long, you become a hypocrite.
So then you were just like walking through New Mexico.
Hold on
and
a
people
second.
were like,
Pump the brakes.
that's the guy who has for money.
He's a
Did you hear that prophetic statement?
You live long enough to become a hypocrite.
I think all of us.
I mean, me, for sure.
Stuff that we used to be like, absolutely not.
ugh, my DMs. Like when people immediately get frustrated that I don't respond to DMs, I have to sit back and be like, you were a picture in Rocco Steele's DMs at one point.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
you.
you.
That was me. That was me.
yes.
You were desperately wanting Rocco Steele to say your was beautiful and relevant. And he didn't respond, and you got butthurt about it. That was you.
Oh, because you're saying when you don't respond, the messages get irate.
Do they really get mean?
Oh,
Like, you, you're not better than me. Kill yourself.
and yeah,
Sorry.
Did you just send one?
wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Hold on. let me delete
Okay, that was
Joel, I'm
that
so
was
sorry.
well perfect. Literally, Meatball, that was the perfect ascension. It was like, Joel Someone, you're the greatest person I ever met. F you, who do you think you are? Is like the next one. I don't get mad about it. I that's actually you. I don't want to say that's usually when I respond, but that's like right now all my messages are going to be
But
like,
that's the thing. The minute they say something hateful and then you respond, they turn it around and they're like, "Oh my god, I was just kidding. I love you so much. Thanks for responding. I've been
and
such
that's
a
all
fan
people.
for
And
forever."
that's all people want. That's all I wanted when I was doing it.
That's all people want.
They just want to be
A
seen.
little recognition.
You're beautiful.
Would you like someone to call you beautiful?
Desperately.
Is it?
It's all right. It's got some mileage.
I feel like I haven't seen it in a while. Once we became friends, I was like, I can't watch that anymore.
I'm really into Friendcest though.
I know you are.
And so is your boyfriend.
And so is your boyfriend.
Freaks.
Y'all are a couple nasty freaks.
I have to my friends on camera. Like there
Yeah,
are people
that's
who I have like deeply close relationships with. I'm like, oh, you came to my dad's funeral. Let's
Huh.
Dead dad.
Dead dad.
yeah. Let's slip that
Dead
in.
dad
there.
dropped.
So your dad's dead?
Yeah. Let's make some jokes about it.
Not say your dad's dead.
All
All right.
This is the most I've laughed about it.
So
this
when
week.
did you make the leap from having a profile, being talked about, then you moved to New York and you became one of 400?
No, 400. I was
1,000.
about to say like 2,000.
Okay, sure.
And every month a new crop of people comes in. In New
And-
York,
Is that when you
Oh,
were
really?
like, oh, I have to take the jump into pornography?
yeah, actually, that was so. I made money. Like the one thing I noticed, I was the whole reason I got into is I could drop the name now because I'm less negative about it. But Jason Sparks was driving through town with his group of performers, and I was like, "Oh, can I try it? Can I model?" And he was like, "No."
Oh.
He was like, "No."
Who is that?
Exactly. No.
Well, I just don't know. Is
it was
like
it was a
a Ringling brother and his Barnum and Bailey circus?
no. It was essentially actually,
Why are there so many names with that?
but there is a lot.
The
There will,
Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey circus. Wouldn't it just be one person's circus?
Maybe the Ringling Brothers bought Barnum and Bailey's circus, so then it was like
anyway.
Honey, the BB circus.
back to Jason
Back to-
Sparks and his traveling whores.
Traveling hoolas. Well, I after getting
Is that
rejected.
Jordan Sparks' older brother?
No, he
Like red sangria. Sorry.
it was pre OnlyFans, and it was he'd travel from the town to town and bang like local boys. And remember that was like, you got porno? Like
Oh,
like
yeah.
doing one film meant you're a porn star.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
It was that era, and I remember like being interested, and I was only like mildly interested. And then when I got rejected, it was like, wow, this is a vendetta, and this will be my life.
Wow.
And so I hired one of his boys, thinking like in my little Lucille Ball mind, I'm like, if you meet me, you'll like me. Like if I just get in the room, you'll be surprised. Like in my mind, I thought that was going to happen, and instead I hired like a who was not happy with his career choices, I would describe.
Oh no.
And it was like, I remember I was broke. I was working like a retail job, and like $250 was literally the kind of money that like ruined my month.
Yes.
And I remember that was what I thought the whole time. I'm like, holy shit. Well, my month's now. Great. And then like, ding, I'm like, wait, I have such low self-esteem. I could do this so much better. Like, I truly, I work retail, and this goes right back to me putting my full ass into everything.
Mm-hmm.
As I was like, come through full ass. Like, there's a product I believe in. Me.
It's me and my beautiful.
Well, and the wiener's
Is
good.
this-
The wiener's good too.
Let me
this-
see who Jason
Is
Sparks
this
is.
Jason Sparks?
Yes.
Let
Why
me
does his
see.
smile look like that? He looks crazy.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh
whoa.
no.
Oh, I've never seen that man in my life, so I'm glad that you ended up not being part of his little.
Well, okay.
Harem
The,
of
the story.
boys.
The story comes back
His
around
Svengali of
after I
women.
became a porn star.
He looks
I-
like he has my haircut though.
after I became a porn star, I totally went to Atlanta and hunted him down and hooked up with him to then get put in one of his.
Joel,
That is a crazy
You-
admission.
to be honest though,
I'm
hold on.
crazy.
That's the type of I do.
Thank you.
I mean, not like wise, but like if someone
Hunt-
doesn't like me.
Oh, I
I'll-
knew exactly who
I-
he was too. I was like, I know who you are.
What do you mean hunt him down?
Well, because I was either going to be in that porno or I was going to kill him with a katana sword.
Whoa!
Stop!
Should I get a gun?
No. This is too crazy.
That's too crazy.
How did you hunt
You were
him?
not gonna.
How did you
He
hunt
probably
him?
just found
I
him
wasn't. I wasn't gonna kill him. With a katana.
No.
How would I get one? I'd have to go
No, but
get to the guy
you
who
hooked-
makes katana swords.
No.
I'm
He'd
saying
have to make
first you
one
gotta go
specifically.
all the way over to Asia.
So you're saying you found him to hook up with him. You didn't
Yes.
hire him.
No. It was when I had my glow up. I got hot. I was a star when I hunted him down,
Okay.
and I just played completely dumb about it. I was like,
You're doing the thing that we complain about all the time.
No.
I watched.
He was being smart. What he was doing was being a businesswoman and getting what she always wanted.
Okay.
And sometimes you gotta play dirty.
You do. Yes, you do.
I'm gonna leave
Speaking
that
of-
up to the two of you.
Speaking of being a porn star, why don't we go over just some titles of your films?
Okay.
You want to start or should
My
I?
wife found out I'm bi.
I won an award for that. Thank you. And that was the second time I was ever with a woman. I won an award for it.
Oh, I forget that you do bi stuff. Okay, what was the next one?
Oh, that was the Treasure Island Media one. Yeah.
What I Can't See For.
Were you in the first three?
No, what I can't see for. I don't remember. I know that's Treasure Island Media, but I don't remember who was in it.
Was it blindfolded? Is that the idea?
I'll take a wild guess. It was.
Treasure Island Media was up to some dirty stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't remember seeing you in those.
Oh, neither did. Okay.
What was your name? Was it still Joel Someone, or did you go by
It's
a
always
different
been
name?
Joel Someone. The only time it's changed is when I did the Mormon. They gave me a name of a person who.
Brother.
No, they gave me the name of
Elder.
someone who exists. Well, no, brothers are.
Whoa, someone who
Elder-
exists.
Yeah, because they got a little bit of a bone to pick with the Mormon
Jason
church.
Sparks.
So it's President Lewis, because I was the older people in the Mormon church don't go by elders. Elders are the boys. So like I'm like a stake president, and that's like a clerical role of like Mormon. I don't know what it is.
Cool. T.S. Sister-in-Law 2.
Oh, I love that one. That one was fun. The house that was filmed in, I just filmed in like 3 days ago.
Oh. Family.
Name one. I've been in like 20.
Yeah, is family.
That's a full
That's like
website.
a studio, right?
Yeah.
The Rumpus Room's the most famous one. The one where my like son stumbles upon my stepson. My stepson.
Yeah, your
My
stepson.
My stepson stumbles into my like rumpus room and finds my. I'm like, look at the stuff you just found.
What's a rumpus room?
Let me contextualize it for you.
Dad Creep.
Dad Creep. That's an amazing.
That's a great
title.
name.
There's a theme here.
You're a father. Cannons.
That's another Treasure Island Media one, yes.
He's pegging for.
Oh, no. I think that's the one where I held my eye open and someone directly in my eye.
Oh, we
what's
saw
that
that.
guy?
Some guy stole your move.
Thomas XL or whatever.
We stole it from straight. That's
Oh.
something that girls in straight have been doing forever.
But they hold their eyes.
Oh, yeah, like
open?
full on like, ah!
And
I
did
thought it
it
just
burn?
gets in their eye.
You've had in your eye, right?
Yeah, but I remember it just being more of like an irritant, less of like a, oh, my eye is on fire. I just kind of was like,
eye
oh.
drops right afterwards. Like you flush it with eye drops. Like you have it in your eyes for like 30 seconds. You finish the shot and you're like, ha ha ha.
The things we do for.
And then you
art.
just quickly like, get the eye drops.
So he's pegging for it. Was a pegging film.
Oh, okay.
You got pegged.
That one was funny because that one.
Funny because of the title.
Well, and also because I did something that they were really unexpecting.
You
You-
shat.
You painted.
I did not.
You
No,
painted.
You painted the peg.
No, I de-pegged. I double pegged myself. Like the girl who had the peg on, I got another and did like a DP, and like all the straight guys who were filming are like, "Oh,
You like freaking people out, huh?
I do."
Beauty Mark?
Spelled M-A-R-C.
Really? I don't remember. Well, okay, I have a beauty mark on my. Like I have my birthmark on my.
Oh.
So that might
maybe
be-
that's a solo.
That's funny. Someone named that and didn't tell me. Like
Beauty Mark.
you know when you do this level of performance, once you let go of it, it becomes its own thing.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
just
this podcast.
yeah, we just let it go.
Let it wash over us.
What about therapy?
Oh, I was yeah.
And there was no space for whatever reason.
It's
there
just
was
one
no-
word.
Yeah,
Therapy.
therapy.
Well, therapy probably is copyrighted.
Oh,
So
true.
That was
Therapy.
their little sneak around.
What about
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on. What is the plot of therapy?
Were you the therapist?
Of course, I was the. I play. So I don't have any.
You give like too young to be dad, but you play dad a lot.
No, I think he's a cool dad.
I'm a cool dad. I'm like a young dad.
He's like a
Okay.
fashion dad.
Fashion dad.
See, and this is
If
in
you
person.
played the
This is-
therapist, did you put a space in between?
part of me wanted to wear.
The?
Okay, so part of me wanted to wear a suit today, and I should have. I should have done.
No, you shouldn't have, because then everyone would have been horny. It would have been like a Pavlovian effect.
But like
They'd
that's
see you in a suit, and then their would get
But
hard.
that's what I mean. Is it's like there's certain aspects of my performance that I play into, and getting to be there's just male roles that I feel like represent male roles, and so like suits. I love suits. I have worn suits more in my life now than I ever have in any job.
Why
or-
are dress socks so?
Oh yeah,
There you
people
go.
leave them on too.
And they're like
Up to
so
the
sock
Pin,
garters too? Shirt
sock
garters.
garters,
Ooh.
shirt garters. What
Man
do those plug
lingerie.
into?
Oh.
Plug into.
plug into
What does shirt garters connect to?
your
They
underwear.
connect to your shirt. No, they connect to your shirt because they were like a big thing on Instagram for a
Oh
minute.
right, they're
Yeah,
the thighs,
and they, like-
then it snaps the shirt.
And so
yeah.
your shirt always, because like I am one of those people who always wants to have like a real like clean line of
Mhm,
like my
mhm.
shirting. And so when you do that,
I prefer frumpy dumpy.
I used to tuck my shirts into my underwear when I was younger. Like I was
My
so.
dad taught me to do that.
Into
and then,
the
And then
underwear?
your underwear would like ride up over the pants. Like,
That's the problem with
you
doing
would
that.
see it. So
Yeah, and if you tuck too far, you get a little on the tip of your shirt.
is your dirty?
Or like your butt, like
Well, not
Is
back
your
there.
butt dirty?
No, I just mean like on your shirt.
My favorite meme is a beautiful meme of a picture of you, and then it says, "When you see this guy on screen, you know it's gonna get weird."
I'm honored by that. That honors me.
it in.
Is that another video?
Yes.
What are they it in?
I won't. Yes.
And that makes me worried. It's like that's the video where they're like, we could tell you're chubby, but you're it in.
Right, or the whole thing's like with a vacuum.
Oh. Well, I just recently
It's-
I just worked with Sir Joshua. Have you seen his stuff?
Sir Joshua.
His
no.
stuff. Okay, first of all, hi.
Hi, Josh.
Hi. I love him, but his stuff is so intense.
Pull up. I need to see what this man
He
looks
gets
like.
a giant.
Oh,
and first
God.
of all, he sits in a chair like this, and you sit at his feet, and he basically treats you like a human butter churn, like just this giant all the way to the hilt, like
in your face?
No, in your throat. Like it goes.
Oh,
all,
I've seen.
It goes like
I've seen these videos.
Oh, and then you get all that mucus.
and he just stays.
chilling. He's just chilling in the chair, treating you like a human butter churn.
There's just so many facets to the world of pornography.
But it's once you do it, like,
Oh.
oh, I see.
Yeah,
And he just stays clothed.
Yeah, he's so sweet. I love him.
yeah. What's the conversation after you get used like that, and you're like,
I stayed with him for
and then
3.
he-
You know,
and then he's like, oh, dinner.
you know
Pizza?"
what? A lot of these content creators who are big and have like essentially their own studio are smart. They'll be like, hey, come stay with me for 3 days. We'll shoot 2 scenes and you'll get to enjoy Berlin. Like, you know what I mean? Buy your own ticket, come this way.
He's put his whole hand in this guy's mouth.
His stuff is intense.
Do I know that guy? What about this film, Yes, Father?
Oh, that was when I played a Catholic priest.
I remember seeing ads for that one on the side.
Yes, father.
And then my favorite, Gabe.
Gabe, another treasure on me.
Period.
That one was fun. I worked with a guy whose porn name is Vincent Vega.
Ooh.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah, from New York.
Good, but just a good name, like just such a good like Pulp Fiction throwback.
Vincent Vega.
Vincent Vega.
Look that one up too.
He didn't look like Vincent Vega.
Do you have any like fond memories from any of these? Anything wild?
Oh
that
my
happened
God,
Besides
all of
the
them.
double peg Bundy.
I try not to get jaded by my job
Mhm.
because I think back about the younger version of me sitting like just watching this, thinking of this whole new world of like, because it was never just the like
Yeah.
part of why I loved so much was I was able to kind of like imagine what that room feels like to even stand in, like just being in this room. And I remember the
Oh.
first person who gave me just the slightest view was Jeremy Lucido, because he was doing Randy Blue and he had
I forgot that he
Starfucker.
filmed for Randy Blue
And the
And
entire
had this
brand Starfucker.
Starfucker
I
is
followed
his,
him
yes.
from MySpace in high school. Like in high school, watching Jeremy Lucido, just having those pictures where he's like grumpily standing, like, here's hot models. And just kind of like looking into the distance, I was like, that's so cool. How do you belong in this world?
There was.
So you like the world of I never think of that when I'm like watching it. I'm never thinking of like the camera setups, the groups of people filming it, and like all that. I feel like even if I did porn, that would make me nervous having a room full of people.
There was that. There was like a little bit of that aesthetic going on with like Jeremy, and then with oh, his name's on the tip of my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Jason?
Jason Mark, who would film for
Lovely person.
the older guy. Come on, he's retired now.
Jake Cruz.
Jake
Cruz.
Cruz.
Who
we reached out.
Jake Cruz. I miss you.
Oh my god!
We reached out to try to get him on this pod, and he didn't respond. I sent a couple different emails.
I've been chasing him down for a couple years. Same.
But
I got the same response.
there was that moment that was happening where it was basically the bridge between studio and before OnlyFans happened,
Mm-hmm.
when there was a little bit of BTS, but it was like the cameraman, so the Jeremy Lucido, so the Jason Mark,
Maverick Men.
who was
Yes.
like, we're filming this, but oh, you're reaching over to me and I'm panning down, and then you're playing with my and it's like, they're not the star, but they would occasionally participate or occasionally give you behind the scenes. And now with OnlyFans, it's completely gone, where it's like a fully transparent world where you're
Yes.
like, this is my apartment, this is the chair I.
So
Are
now
you-
that you've done studio and are like an OnlyFans star, which do you prefer?
It's
Sorry.
no.
I thought you were like making
I
fun of my
always wanted to
question.
do
No.
studio because I'm shallow and I really love just like coming in today.
You
and like,
want the
look at
budget.
like I kind of can't stop looking at this light. Like I feel so like
Get the pits. Get the pits.
Wait. Okay,
Oh,
there was a
no, that
performer.
face.
Okay, I'm gonna name drop another performer. I remember one of my favorite performers at the time was Ryan Powers because
Ah!
when he would, when he would, he'd make faces. He'd be like it was. I loved that.
This
kind
is
of-
such a throwback because
Ooh,
I'm
Ryan
remembering like watching old school Sean Cody and old school Randy Blue and stuff like that, and then being like, "Where are the black guys?
Be like, where
I'll be like,
are all these?
How come I have to search Ebony to see anything I want to see?"
Where do all these jocks live?
Yeah.
well, that
Didn't they fly them all in? Like they were all found all over.
they still kind of do that.
What was that other site? Amateur Straight Guys.
Oh,
Wait, was that the one? Where was the one where the guy got killed? One of the producers. Was it the?
whoa.
No, it was. It was
Are
like
you,
it was.
are you
a-
thinking of the indie film
No.
thriller film Fluffer?
no,
No, King Cobra.
No, I'm not thinking of that one either. I'm dropping drama now. It was like one of the straight guy ones where one of the models murdered the dude.
Oh, I think that was King Cobra. But what about the one where the model? It was he was a Sean Cody model, and like he murdered his ex's boyfriend or something.
I don't know that.
It
one
was
as well.
weird, and he was one of my favorite models, and it really ruined that for me.
Oh, the
You can't to a
murder-
murderer.
No. Can you? Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
He's like-
Especially if they're your friends.
He's like, I have an entire series of.
Don't you be
that.
coming for my friend like that.
It's called Murder. All right, let's take a break and we'll
Oh,
be right. What? Did
Oh,
you
and just
finish
to say, I like both. Sorry, I didn't answer the
Yeah, we
actual
didn't get to
question.
the end of it.
Didn't get to the end of the
like both. Oh,
So I
studio and
like
OnlyFans.
studio's amazing because I love the production value and stuff. But now that I am like producing my own stuff that's getting better and better and is looking studio, I'm able to bring that level of comfort on my own couch, and just having a friend over to on camera into that level. So believe it or not, like I actually create a certain studio level type of porn,
Yeah.
and now I have control. Now I don't have to worry that I'm like some straight guy's tapping his toe, waiting in his head, just being like,
You can always thinking that too.
buddy, just please. Now we can go to break.
Do you ever feel like that? No, I'm not done. Do you ever feel like this? Hurry up and
Once I started having with cis girls, they don't hide it. And I will say that was the hardest thing about like the second I started like having with cis girls is like, Daddy, what you gonna and it's like the second that starts happening, I'm like, oh, now it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now it's not gonna happen. I'm thinking about it too much. Da, 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 da. And it's like, nope, doesn't help me.
Why don't you guys Back right after this break.